Were you surprised by the reaction, the fallout, all of it?
I am still surprised that like it's still like a major, like it's in Time, like it's in like the New York Times, like it was in the New York Times like last week.
Really? Still going?
Some article came out from like Apple News last night.
Oh, so you quote tweet that?
That was the only time I've ever responded was last night at like 1:40 a.m.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck these people, dude. And then as soon as
hats off to you for having the control,
dude. As soon as I responded, I was like, fuck. Like, I was just sitting in my room like, oh fuck, they're gonna find other quotes immediately.
Dude, I did that like a couple of weeks ago. We were like getting in an argument about cancel culture. Us in this other podcast is the Minahan Show, and
oh yeah, by the way, those guys, I do support them.
Yeah, they.
Like,
so
I feel bad that I did this first. Don't
worry.
Cutting that out,
yeah.
obviously.
No, they went to bat. So we got into it with them because we were basically like, that didn't surprise me. Like you were about to start a job at Channel 4 NBC network, and they found some shit. You saying some pretty off-color stuff. That I feel like that's going to happen 100 out of 100 times.
Yeah.
And we are kind of the school of thought. We've been doing this a long time, so like all of us have. But we've been making edgy off-color jokes and kind of getting in trouble for it. And like you're not canceled if it's. The whole cancel culture thing spiraled out of control the other direction in my mind. So we were kind of saying, like, it makes sense that NBC was like, listen, I don't know, we can't do that. And maybe there's more to the story that I don't know.
No.
But on the surface, it looked like they were going to hire a guy. There's some things that don't fly for a network channel. And so those are kind of the consequences. Whereas the Minahan Show, they will champion anybody at all times, no matter what the flaw it is. So I understand, liking them, having your back.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, I mean, that's why I never really complained. Like, while I was getting fired, like while I was getting hired, I was like, "Are you guys fucking sure?"
Yeah. Like I would never even like apply.
I didn't apply.
How does that even?
I did not apply.
How does that work?
They saw me at JFL and Comedy Central's Up Next, and they liked me, and so then they were like, my agents at the time were very like tied into SNL, like they had a lot of SNL people on their roster, so they were like friends with everybody there, and they were like, we can get you like, here's a writer's packet to fill out for SNL. And if you don't know what that is, it's like
definitely not.
It's like a job application basically for one of these shows. Like they send you a stack of papers that's like write like 5 sketches with the current cast in these sketches. So like I don't know the fucking current cast.
You're the only guy I know.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
and so I just didn't do it. I was like, I'm not gonna ever get SNL. I don't want SNL. I don't care about that. I came here to do stand-up.
That's like the urban legend, like I didn't write anything on my college application. I just turned it in blank.
This is what a risk is.
For real.
This is guts.
Yeah, and then they saw me do stand-up a couple of times, and they were like, we just come in and audition. So I came right in to audition, which is like main stage in front of Lorne Michaels, in front of all the writers and shit, on the stage. Like I did stand-up on that stage. And again, the whole time I was there, I was like, I'm not gonna fucking get this.
Yeah.
Like I was in the green room.
Are you telling like clean jokes and like
no?
You're doing your shit.
First off,
right?
I told them. Yeah, I did a joke about like I got on. I was like, Trump's funnier than almost everyone here. But no, the whole time I was going through the audition, like there's no way I'm gonna be on Saturday Night Live.
Right.
Like never in my wildest dreams would I have ever thought like I'll be on Saturday Night Live.
Out of like reverence or just like not a right fit? Like is SNL still like I can't believe I'm going to be on the SNL cast?
All right, for sure I can't believe it. But also like I just knew I wasn't the right. I didn't think I was the right fit for it.
Yeah.
I never liked improv people.
Yeah.
It's just like
even in this 2-minute conversation already, I feel like it didn't seem like a natural fit.
No, but they've, maybe they're trying to swing back to when they used to have.
They could use you, by the way. Yeah,
when they used to have comics on.
The best way to get yourself some high-quality meals with high-quality ingredients and learn how to cook is with HelloFresh. They send you a box with all the pre-portioned ingredients, a recipe card. You have to have no cooking skills, and you can have quality meals ready in just 30 minutes. Click the link below. Start today. Get all your meals done by HelloFresh. Make it easy for yourself.
Right. I was thinking that we were kind of talking about it beforehand, where I was almost like likening SNL to comics now as like college for people, where it's like the really successful people just didn't do it. Yeah, it was like I went in for a year. Maybe I worked in the writers' room for a year. I was like, this fucking sucks. I'm out of here. And like I don't know have an extensive enough knowledge about that to like really say it, but in my gut, I'm like, I feel like all like the big comics were like,
probably ebbs and flows, right?
Well,
Maybe it'll
it's
be
not
back
that they
at the
didn't
top
want to do that. They all definitely would have done it.
But like I was
Like,
just reading one on
100%.
Mulaney, and I think he was in the New York or something like that, and he's like, I did it for a year and I fucking hated it. I hated it.
Oh, really?
There. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he wrote when he was like young.
Yeah, I think he was very young.
Yeah, and I think the writers' room there can be. I don't know anything about it. Like I wasn't there.
Yeah,
like I know just about as much as anybody.
Yeah.
I think it can be like pretty shitty as far as like just a bunch of like Ivy League kids, that
right?
are
And you talk about competitive
cunts.
and cutthroat and shit like that. They'll probably step on your fucking mother's neck,
Yeah.
you know. So I mean, I think this is like the best thing that's ever happened to you, no?
No, bro, no. No, it is funny to have people say that shit.
Yeah.
Like, this probably helped you, right? I'm
Yeah.
like, no, dude, no.
Like, there is such thing as
Come
bad
on,
publicity.
at least it helped you with like having friends in New York. Like people don't hate you anymore, right? Because you're not going to be the successful one.
Oh.
It's like, all right.
Everybody loves you again.
True.
You won an award, bro. Come on.
Yeah, true. No, now it's like once you get like a green light publicly for people to shit on you, every single person on earth.
Oh yeah,
will
man, we
shit
know
on
that.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Preaching
yeah.
to the choir, bro.
Yeah.
I definitely understand that vibe, but you know, if you could go back, you know, you wouldn't want to do it again. Would you?
I think I would do it again. I mean, it's a pretty big learning experience, and I'm still going to do stand up regardless.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you know, when I say do it again, meaning like the SNL process or the podcast jokes or you know whatever.
the podcast jokes.
What would you have changed if you could change anything?
I couldn't change the podcast. I love the podcast. It's
Yeah.
a fun podcast, so I would have to keep that. And also, I was doing it. You know, it's pretty easy to like say wild shit on a podcast when you're an open micer in Philadelphia who feels like, I don't know, when you're not getting opportunities, you get real fucking jealous and bitter and fucking angry. Like I'd go every day. I'd get on that podcast and be like, fucking Broad City is fucking gay. Like every day, dude. Every day I was just saying shit like that. And then I moved to New York and immediately started getting opportunities. And I was just like, oh, maybe I was a little jumping the gun there on the white guys aren't getting opportunities. My bad.
Yeah.
But no, I always loved the podcast. Did it yesterday. Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. Dude.
Yeah, go to give it a look.
Do you
and
think
the
they
SNL
knew?
audition, I would have done that too. I have to do that too.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way I could have said no to that.